The Dark Triad, inside the minds of sociopaths and psychopaths. Picture this. You're walking through Brooklyn at night, streets quiet, corner deli just closed. A guy in a sharp suit nods at you, maybe even buys you a coffee, shakes your hand with a smile. Nice guy, right? But what if behind that smile there's nothing? No conscience, no empathy, no shame. Just hunger. That's the reality of the Dark Triad. 3 toxic traits wrapped into one human being. And let me tell ya, they ain't just in psychology textbooks. They're in boardrooms, bedrooms, politics, the mob, YouTube even. The monsters ain't always in the shadows. They're sitting across from you at dinner, Logan at your jokes while planning how to cut you off at the knees. The 3 heads of the beast. First, narcissism. This one's easy to spot. The guy who needs the spotlight like a plant needs sunlight. Grandiose, entitled, constantly reminding you how important he is. He don't love you. Hell, he don't even love himself. He just loves the mirror. In the mob, we used to say, the guy who talks the loudest about respect usually don't got none. That's the narcissist. Second head, Machiavellianism. Named after that old Italian writer, Machiavelli, who said, "It's better to be feared than loved, if you can't be both." These people? They're puppeteers, manipulators. They plan 10 moves ahead, smiling, while they slide the knife in. You'll think they're your friend, till you realize you're just a pawn on their board. Then comes the worst of the 3, psychopathy. Cold, callous, remorseless. These ain't the Hollywood boogeymen stalking alleys. They're often high-functioning, living right among us. They can charm ya, joke with ya, and rob you blind without blinking. And when you call 'em out, they look you dead in the eye and say, "So what?" That's psychopathy. Everyday encounters. You think you'll never meet one? Think again. The Dark Triad shows up in everyday life. At work, the boss who takes credit for your grind, then throws you under the bus when things go south. In relationships, that partner who sweeps you off your feet, love bombs ya, then drains you dry before disappearing. On the streets, scam artists, dirty politicians, hustlers selling pipe dreams. Statistics say 1 in 25 people has psychopathic traits. Think about that. 25 people in a room, 1 of them don't feel remorse the way you do. And if you can't spot 'em, maybe you're the mark. Why they do it? So, what makes a person this way? Science points to a few things. Their brains are wired different. MRI scans show psychopaths got underactive amygdalas, the part that processes fear and empathy. That means they don't feel your pain. They just don't. Add in higher dopamine drive, and they're always chasing the next thrill, power, money, control, whatever. But it ain't always just wiring. Sometimes it's the environment. Growing up in chaos, abuse, neglect, kids learn survival over empathy. You lie, you manipulate, you don't trust nobody. That becomes who you are. Now here's the kicker. Not every narcissist becomes a con man, and not every Machiavellian becomes a mob boss. But when these 3 traits come together, that's when you got yourself a predator in plain sight. Case studies and real-world monsters. Let me give you some examples. Ted Bundy, classic psychopath. Charming, educated, good looks, used all that to lure victims. Cold as ice. Corporate scandals, CEOs who wiped out pensions, ruined lives, then walked away rich. That's Machiavellian cunning mixed with psychopathy. Even in the mob, guys who had no loyalty, no honor. Frankie the Icepick, smiling in your face 1 minute, putting ya in the trunk the next. No guilt, just business. Psychology calls it the Dark Triad. On the street, we call it snakes in the grass. Protecting yourself. So, how do you deal with them? Rule number 1. Believe actions, not words. They'll charm ya, but their pattern always shows. Rule number 2. Don't play their game. You can't out-manipulate a manipulator. Set boundaries, walk away, and don't look back. Rule number 3. Protect your empathy. Don't let their coldness turn you into something you ain't. Remember this. If someone makes you feel like you're crazy, always apologizing, or never enough, that's not love, that's control. And you gotta cut that tie before it strangles ya. So that's the Dark Triad. Narcissism, Machiavellianism, Psychopathy. The three-headed monster that wears a friendly face. You can't always spot him at first, but once you know the signs, you'll never unsee him. And the moral? Stay sharp. Protect your peace. Don't let the snakes eat at your table. If you dug this breakdown, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and stick with us here in the Pizzaverse. We take the darkness, twist it into stories, and turn it into lessons. 'Cause knowledge? That's the real power. This is Bambi Palermo, signing off. And remember, out here, you play it smart or you don't play at all.